Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're taking a look at the new dual unit Yamato and Ace that will be arriving at the 8th anniversary. And just like Kaido and Luffy, we are going to break down their special, their captain ability, their whole kit, the whole caboodle, and have a look at this particular character. I'm going to give them a rating out of 10, how I think they are for the anniversary. If you do want to check out my thoughts and opinions on Luffy and Kaido, I will leave links in the description below, as well as a link to the info of the anniversary and the producer video if you guys want to go check that out. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this particular character in the comment section below. Let me know if you're your favorite of the Super Sugo Fest exclusives that will be arriving for the 8th anniversary. Is your favorite Luffy? Is it Kaido? Or is it this Ace Yamato? I feel like we asked for Ace Yamato, we got Ace Yamato, and I'm pretty excited for this particular character. And in my opinion, I think this is the most excited I am for a character out of the anniversary batch. But if you do enjoy the video, make sure to belt the like button. If you are new, hit that big red subscribe button. Make sure to hit the bell notification too, because we're going to be uploading a lot of videos for your anniversary, and you sure as hell don't want to miss any of those. But most importantly, enjoy the video, and let's take a look at the new Ace and Yamato dual unit Super Sugo Fest exclusive. Two who get along so well. Alright, so here they are, Yamato and Ace, two who get along so well. Now, all this information, or the captain ability I should say, is them in their dual form, so just be mindful of that. But I am going to discuss what I think of this particular character in their single forms. Now, we do know that Ace is actually a Dex character, thanks to the producer video, but we are unsure what Yamato actually is. And I'm going to take my fair prediction here, and I'm going to say she's going to be an int character. Don't take me as, like, my word for that, but just because, like, the other Yamato, like, the 6+ Yamato is Sai, I am, the reason to believe through what they did with Roger, I think that they're going to make Yamato ints. I may be wrong there, I probably will be wrong, but I'm going to guess int if I had to guess anything. Their captain ability, though, Synchronized Combination boosts Free Spirit, Shooter, and Striker character's attack based on the timing of the previous character's attack, minimum of 4.75, maxing at 5.5. So if you hit a perfect, the previous character hits a perfect, you get a 5.5 times attack boost. Absolutely incredible. HP by 1.2, heals 2 times character's recovery for every perfect hit, reduces damage by 20%, and reduces bind and special bind by 10 turns. Absolutely awesome captain ability. This particular captain ability, in my opinion, is just so good. Because you have utility, you have damage reduction, you have healing, you have a solid multiplier at 5.5, as long as you hit a perfect with the character before. It's not like you have to build it up and do like perfect, 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 then you get the 5.5. It's literally just hit with a perfect with the character before, and you're good to go. You have healing, you have damage reduction, you have utility with bind and special bind, and bind and special bind, in my opinion, are two of the worst mechanics to be given from the enemy. Bind and special bind is so annoying, because if you get binded or special binded on the character that you bring to reduce it, you're stuffed. Like, you're actually stuffed. Because then you have to, like, reload the app or try again, or make sure you put characters in the right spots. With just passively removing 10 turns of it, it just helps out so much. And the fact that they're a free spirit captain means you can hybrid them up with something like Roger, and actually just be immune to despair as well. You can also hybrid them up with Frankie, General Frankie, to get attack down and burn removal. And because they're a striker booster, you can bring Roger. And then that way you remove 20 turns of despair, you have a crazy ass switch ability, and you can just do some absolutely busted stuff. So, very, very, very good captain ability, in my opinion. Out of the three, this particular character is going to see the most play. But let's dive into what their special does. Ultimate Club and Flame Combination. At stage 1 on a 2-stage special, reduces Free Spirit, Shooter, and Striker character's special charge by 1 turn, deals 300 times character's attack and non-type damage to all enemies, makes it easy to land perfects, and boosts Free Spirit, Shooter, and Striker character's attack by 2.75 for 1 turn, becoming Yamato and Ace for 3 turns. At max, so level 2, reduces Free Spirit, Shooter, Striker character's special charge by 2 turns, 400 times attack to all enemies, makes it much easier to land perfect strikes, boosts damage dealt to ignited enemies by 1.75 for 2 turns, and then boosts Free Spirit, Shooter, Striker character's attack by 2.75 for 2 turns, as well as becoming Yamato and Ace for 3. So, absolutely phenomenal special ability. The only downside I do find to this particular unit is they don't have a way of making matching orbs in their kit. So you have to bring sailors to sort of give you that matching orb mechanic. But they're an attack booster, which helps out a lot, because attack boosters that don't rely on orbs isn't as detrimental as orb boosters that don't have orbs in their kit. So, being an attack booster helps them out drastically. They give 2 turns of cooldown. They also are a conditional boost to Ignite, which is very, 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 very good. But the downside I do find to this particular unit is it depends on what their cooldown actually is. I don't know if we'll be able to see that stage 2 special too much if they're on such like a high cooldown, like 15. But most of the time, I feel like getting the 2.75 times attack for free spirit shooters and strikers for one turn is going to be fine. And just getting the stage max for the ignite effect is going to be very, very handy for longer content or stuff like Kizuna. So very, very good captain ability. Very, 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 very good special. But the downside I am finding, or I am just sort of perceiving early, is the fact that they don't have any way of getting matching orbs. However, they do have healing, they do have damage reduction, they're an attack booster, which is great. They deal damage, they give cooldowns, and they're a conditional boost. They make it easy to land perfects as well, which then therefore helps their captain ability too, which is very, very nice. Very, very, very strong captain, very strong special. When it comes to Yamato and Ace 2, their solo forms, we don't actually know what their solo forms do, but I do think that they are both going to be free spirit shooter and striker captains. I don't think they're going to change that with their individual states. I think they'll probably both drop to like 4.25 as a minimum attack and then maxing at 4.75 as the difference. Maybe like 4 to 4.75, hopefully around that, because like 4.75 is just absolutely great as a solo form. It's definitely like dual units lose out on that, but their switch ability makes up for it, right? I think they'll still boost the HP by 1.2 times no matter what. And then I think they're going to separate the healing and the damage reduction across Yamato and Ace. Ace will probably have the healing, where Yamato will have the damage reduction. And then they'll split the bind and the special bind up, giving Yamato the bind and Ace the special bind. I think that's probably what they'll do. But again, we'll have to wait and see what they do once we get their single forms. So, you guessed it, they are a switch unit, obviously, and they do have a super switch. But they're also a final tap legend, the only final tap legend of this batch because of the new super tandem mechanic. But their switch ability applies Ignite for one turn, dealing 30 times the attack in non-type damage to the end of turn. Sets the chain multiplier minimum at 1.6, maxing at 35 times. And changes their own slot, including block slots to character's own type. So there's like a good orb manipulation there. They go through block slots on themselves, which helps out a lot. They apply Ignite, which is great because their special is a conditional boost for Ignite. But obviously that Ignite doesn't go through full immunity on their switch effect. But still, getting the chain multiplier starting at 1.6, maxing at 35 times, that's very, very good. And if you hybrid that up with Wadger's switch, you got a 1.5 times attack, 1.5 times orb, an Ignite effect, and a chain multiplier with a whole bunch of matching orbs as well. Absolutely insane switch ability. Very, very good. But they do have a super switch too, which applies Ignite status, ignoring immunity. So you get a guaranteed conditional boost with their special. That is absolutely insane. And it's for 2 turns. It deals 100 times enemies attacking non-type damage at the end of the turn, and the Ignite effect will be applied after the preemptive. Sets the chain multiplier at a minimum of 2.5, maxing at 35 times, and changes character's slot to block slot, including block slot to character's own type. So, this is basically just a better version of Page 1 ulti. Getting that chain multiplier buff every switch is so, so good. Giving themselves a matching orb is great, but I think I would have loved to have seen in their super switch, like, gives the whole team a full board of orbs. But that might be nitpicking just a little bit. I guess you couldn't make the... Like, if this unit gave orbs as well, like, that should be so perfect. So, so perfect. Guaranteed condition of Ignite is so powerful as well, because you can guarantee yourself the 1.75 condition with their special. Their special is going to give so much damage output, being a 1.75 conditional, getting that chain multiplier buff as well. They're going to be very, very good for Kizuna, and I feel like they're probably just going to take the spot of Page 1 and Ulti when you need like a Free Spirit Striker variant, not a powerhouse-driven team. I still think Page 1 Ulti is probably going to see more play there because the 2.25 is higher. You're getting the chain boost that way. But Page 1 Ulti don't provide an attack boost like what this unit can too, so there's also that. The final tap Sugo, so it's a final tap, sets the chain multiplier at 8.0 and changes their slot into a Wano slot. That is actually pretty cool. Unfortunately, they are a chain boundary unit, so there's probably a chance you can get above the 8 times. But most of the times, you're not going to. And this final tap is, I think it's at level 5, but it says obtain final tap Super Sugo Special level 1. If that's level 1 at 8 times, that is so crazy. Like, that is actually so insane. I don't know if it is. We'll have to wait for more information for that to come out. But if that's at level 1 being an 8 times chain lock, that's actually insane. Nevertheless, it's a solid final tap. I don't think it's anything game-breaking. Just giving a Wano orb to themselves is quite nice. But that switch ability is so, so good. Such a good switch ability that complements their special really, really, really well. Alright, so finally we're going to look at their crewmate ability after Limit Break. They boost Free Spirit, Shooter, and Striker characters' base attack by 125, sorry. And also make Strength and Tandem slots have matching slot effects for Shooters, Free Spirits, and Strikers. This actually leads me to believe that they might have, one of them might be strength. So maybe Yamato is strength to complement like Kaido being strength, and then Ace is complementing Luffy because Luffy is a dex unit. So that could be a case there as well. So I might retract that int statement, but nevertheless, I've put it out there, so we'll see what happens. Their Rumble ability is for Free Spirit and Striker class teammates. HP up level 5, attack up level 5. They give themselves a shield, a self-shield level 5. And for the first 30 seconds of battle, they give themselves cooldown speed level 3. Now, this is a new mechanic. There is a new self-shield, as well as like a confusion buff and stuff like that for Pirate Rumble, which I'll probably just touch on at the end of this particular video because this is the first unit to have it. But the self-shield is like a shield that needs to be broken before they take damage. But there are going to be characters in the future that can penetrate that shield. Their Rumble special at max level targets enemies within a large range for 4 times the attack, and targets self and 2 low HP teammates for attack up level 8, critical percent up level 8, 300 HP healing, interval healing. So very similar to Kinemon and Dendro, you get the healing, which is nice. There's a lot of attack, they're doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, they don't do the half stats. I was hoping they'd have like a half stats thing in for having Yamato. But if this unit is not int, or it's a dual unit, so it's colorless anyway, it's going to see some play on the Free Spirit team. If the Striker team like picks up, there's a Striker team available. But the problem with this unit for Rumble, in my eyes, is you run out, you're not allowed to use Ace Sabo, which could be very detrimental, especially when like Ace Sabo provides so much defense and so much extra help when it comes to the Rumble team. So I don't know how much use this character will get on the Rumble team, but their captain ability, their special, their switch ability is very, very good. Alright, so this is the information we have about shields. The character will not take damage until the shield is broken, and certain attacks may penetrate the shield. As I mentioned, they do give it to themselves, so that's kind of cool. It might help them out quite a lot, as they are a very attacking-based unit. All in all, I'm really, really hyped for this particular unit. This is probably the one that I want the most out of the 3, purely because I think their switch ability is going to see a lot of play moving forward. They're a guaranteed conditional boost. They have a very good captain ability, and the bind and special bind duration is going to make content very easy for like newer players and stuff like that. Not to mention, you also have the new Luffy who can remove 20 turns of despair, as well as Roger that can remove 20 turns of despair, and you can hybrid this character up with a lot of despair removers, like Roger as a captain. It just means that you just don't have to worry about debuffs and stuff like that. Nevertheless, I do think Luffy is probably the best of the batch, because Luffy can give the final, not the final tap, the super tandem whenever you like, where this particular character's final tap is literally just when you enter the final stage, which is kind of cool. But their switch ability makes me like perceive that they're a little bit better than Kaido, in my eyes anyway. Again, I think all of these units are very, very good. I don't know if I would say like one's better than the other, or like depends on how you like to play, but in my eyes, the way I like to play, I do think Luffy's the best, Yamato and Ace is like second, and then Kaido's under that. I'll give Yamato and Ace a 9.25, just because I gave Luffy a 9.5 and Kaido a 9. So I do think they sit nicely in between there. I don't think any of these characters are perfect, but I do think they are very, very good, and I am very, very excited for the anniversary. But that's going to wrap up the video anyway, guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the Yamato and Ace and the Luffy Kaido in the comment section below. Is Yamato and Ace your favorite character? Let me know. I would love to have a discussion with you guys about which character you guys like the most, and if it is Yamato and Ace. But most importantly, belt the like button for me. If you're new, hit that big red subscribe button. Hit the bell notification too. Like I said, we're going to have so much anniversary content coming out. You won't want to miss any of it. Most importantly, though, most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are in this beautiful world. And I'll catch you all. I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's